believe me, I'm super excited to
Yes.
finding my answers from you.
Likewise. So
How's
thank you
your
so
quarantine
much.
going on? How's Delhi?
Delhi is like we all know, we have a lot of COVID cases happening, but my quarantine has been a very positive journey. I've been able to do a lot of things that I always wanted to do. Plus, I was able to do a lot of self-reflection. I was able to study more. I was able to read books that I always wanted to read, paint, write stuff. So, so for a lot of people, quarantine was a very difficult time. For me, it was more uh, of a time of self realization, self discovery. So it was actually a very positive time of my life. So I'm not denying the fact that there are a lot of things going on outside, but overall, it's just been a great time. For me, I've been able to do a lot of things that I always wanted to do. So I think it depends on your state of mind, how you see things. I was able to utilize this time pretty well. Yeah. What about you?
I'm doing my MBA course in washing utensils. So now I can, I can again start a channel and tell people how to wash dishes without spoiling your hands.
So you become Atmanirbhar, that's what they say.
I don't know. I think I'm just saving a lot of money of my parents.
No, that's great. That's great. So something positive is coming out.
Too much positive. So
Yeah.
when this quarantine happened and when everything was quite settling down, so my parents said, "Why we need somebody else? We have you." And I'm like, "Yes, so positive."
Yeah,
So
I can understand.
I think most of our population is doing this thing.
Yeah.
We are masters in this.
Yeah, in fact,
So
after the quarantine, a lot of people have realized that they don't need a lot in life. In fact, people are very happy.
yeah,
I've been so I'm you know I have I'm very fond of collecting good clothes and shoes and stuff. But lately, I've been hanging out in my tracks and my t-shirts, and I'm enjoying that. It's so much fun, just to be in those loose clothes and do things that you want to do and stuff. So I've just realized you need so little to be happy in life. Otherwise, क्या होता है कि हम लोग collect करते रहते हैं चीजें. So you want a better
yeah,
phone, you want a better shoe, you want a better pair of denims, you want some nice suit. But then this time actually taught me that you just need basic stuff in life, and everything else is just a gift. So it's been like, I mean, I know I'm sounding very philosophical, but it actually went like that too. I really was able to utilize this time to do a lot of soul searching. So yeah, so just like you, I've been able to do a lot of my own work, and I just realized I can do so much. Yeah, I was so dependent on my
yeah.
staff and other
That's
things.
true.
Yeah,
So true. And actually, I think you have find the purpose of life during this quarantine.
yeah,
We
yeah,
all are
yeah.
finding. So what realize you just talk about the realizations. So what were the realizations what did you found out?
So, you know, one of my favorite writers, Albert Camus, he writes that one of his lines, that I really love, he says that in the midst of winter, I found within me invincible summer. So initially, when this thing started and we saw all the news happening around, it was a pretty negative situation. If you remember, every day hundreds of people were catching this virus and hundreds of people were dying, and it was very saddening. I mean, I being a Buddhist, the one of the very heart of core of my practice is compassion. So
Yeah.
of course, I started praying a lot for these people. But within that entire process, I was able to stay back home, do my work, have more time with my family, I have more time with books. It changed me deeply. It made me understand that we take so many things for granted, that the world out there is by and large. So we have these segregation. So some people are good for us and some people are bad for us. So I like this guy and I don't like this guy. Now,
Yeah.
because of the quarantine, I'm ready to meet anybody. I'm ready to chill out with anybody. So I just realized our differences are just useless. We are basically the same. We are all fighting for survival. We are all aspiring for happiness. The pursuit of happiness is so common. If you see everybody's prayer book, you'll see common things. People are either praying for great health for themselves and their
Yeah.
families. They are very common prayers. You'll see. They'll pray for prosperity. They'll pray for safety. They'll pray for long life. They'll pray for happiness, mostly happiness. Then I realized that all our differences are useless. Imagine something like a virus comes, and virus is not even a living thing. Virus is like a DNA with
Yeah.
the protein shell outside. And it's just created this havoc in the whole world. And the whole world is just inside, and people are so fearful. So it made me realize that
Yeah.
even in that time, I can have a lot of peace of mind. Peace of mind is already within me, and I was able to discover it. So I was able to do a lot of meditation. I was able to do a lot of, I was able to read great stuff. I'm telling you, initially, um, before COVID, I was getting limited time to read great stuff. I would read a certain book
Yeah.
and then probably can. I've been able to read so much. I've been able to utilize this time. People have been sleeping a lot. I have limited my sleep to 5 to 6 hours, and I'm utilizing this time because this time won't come again. Once I'm out, I'm going to be back in
True.
the same rat race, same going to work, same going. So I believe everything there is a gift. This is
Yeah.
a way of the universe. This is the way a universe is telling me to do something different. Or probably go back to my basics and probably rethink my life. Yeah. So just like that, this is what has been happening to me for the last few days, and I'm really enjoying the process.
This process actually, which you shared, that you have cut your sleep to 5 to 6 hours. Believe me, I'm just मैं 4 5 to 6 hours रही हूँ, and other days we all are sleeping. So I'm doing all opposite things which you
You
are
know what?
doing.
Sleep is excellent for your health. It's extremely important for your mental health, not
Yeah.
oversleeping. So I always believe in the Buddhist middle path, the middle way. Not the extremes
Hmm.
of anything is bad. Too much of sleep and too less
Oh.
sleep is equally bad. So I'm having good amount of sleep. I'm eating decent meals, not too much because there's lack of work, lack of exercise. I'm doing a bit of treadmill at home. I'm lucky to have this old treadmill at my place. I'm using it, utilizing it. And I've been able to do some little bit of yoga and little bit of exercises. So I'm just making sure that when I go out, I go out fitter than before. Yeah, that's the intention. Yeah. And I'm
You
writing a lot
you
of
are
great
just
stuff.
setting you are just setting a lot of benchmarks to all of for all of us. You know,
So these are easy
these things.
benchmarks.
Yes, they are quite easy. So everybody who wants to listen more and want to know about the benchmarks, they can post in the comment section or the questions and everything, so that we can get to know a lot of things from Jitesh. So like you said that you were reading a lot, and I keep on reading your post, and I really want to share this that most of the time I copy your quotes without telling that they are your quotes. They are so inspiring. They are so deep.
Yeah, thank you
So
so much, guys.
they are, I remember that when we were discussing about this session, and I was asking you which one to pinpoint, it was so difficult for me. It was. They are commendable. And we say that art is a form of expression,
Yeah.
and when you are talking about mental health,
Hmm.
I've heard a lot, and we all know that we need to express. It can be from the any medium, and writing is
Hmm.
the most powerful one.
Yeah.
So so what about you? Like, how you think that writing has changed you, or how writing has helped you in exploring yourself?
Yeah. So, so you actually said something very bang on. We have a lot of stories inside, hidden inside us. There's so many things that we want to express and say. People are very shy. हमारी ना problem क्या है? We are very, very fearful of expressing ourselves, thinking that people will ridicule us, people will judge us. We think people will dissect what we said and probably misconstrue things. हमारी बातों का बतंगड़ बनाया जाएगा, or which usually happens.
Hmm.
But then this should not stop you because uh, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, that's how people are. People will just say something, and that's how people have become very cold-hearted. People have become like that. But that should not stop you. Writing gave me an outlet. I had these deep inner thoughts. I had these deep insights. मैं कभी कभी बैठता हूँ तो in creative language we call them these flashes that you get, and I would pen them down. I would always carry a copy with me and a pen with me, or a pad with me, a small notepad, and I would write them down. And I started writing them. Initially, they were so that's how every writer starts. Initially, they were jumbled stuff. मुझे खुद नहीं समझ आ रही थी मैं क्या लिख रहा हूँ. And I kept writing them again and again and exploring them, and I started understanding the thought behind the thought. And I was able to write these quotes. So I have a habit. I write very small quotes. So I write very small poetry because I feel nowadays people don't have time to read big stuff. Mobile phones have made our attention span very short. So you have a very short attention span, and you want to absorb as much as possible. So what I've tried to do is in my quotes I have put things with a deep meaning, but in very simple words. Like there's this quote of mine
Yeah.
that despair, my favorite guest, never comes alone,
Yes.
always accompanied with a gift not everyone can own. Now, uh, this has a very deep meaning. Everybody goes through
Yeah.
adversity. I'm sure ये इस session में जो लोग सुन रहे हैं, I'm sure all of them have gone through enormous amount of
Hmm.
pain in their life and enormous amount of suffering in their life, and suffering is common to us all. हमारे हम इंसानों के कड़ी जो होती है वो कड़ी suffering है. We are
This is
connected to
very
each
deep.
other. Yeah, yeah. So we are connected to each other through suffering. Suffering is so common to us all. One of the things that Buddha always said is suffering is intrinsic part of life. But
Yeah.
you have to, and then what is the lesson in life? The lesson is you have to rise above suffering. So if you see, you go through an extensive training. If you want to be an army man, they give you an extensive training. The Indian Army never
Yeah.
compromises. They do the best selection, and then they do extensive training. And after the extensive training, you become an excellent soldier. Yeah, like you were talking
Yeah.
about being a soldier. And that's how life trains you. Life is very loving and compassionate. But sometimes the mother has to slap you, and the same way the life has to slap you sometimes, and it throws you on the ground. And you have to get up and, dust yourself, and you have to stand up and do your things. And that's what learning is all about. So despair, every time it comes to you, remember it has come for a reason. Yeah. Somewhere, something within you needs to be tweaked. Somewhere you lack courage. Something you are fearful. I think the greatest curse for a human being is fear. Fear stops us from living
True.
fully. And we are always, if you see, if you tell people to write down their prayers, the first prayer will be, मेरे life में कोई problem ना आए. So instead of becoming strong to face problem, their first prayer is that
Yes.
problem आए ना. So
True.
that's silly. That's absolutely silly. If problems won't come, how would you
Yeah.
learn? How would you grow? How would you polish your life? How would you become strong? If in the gym you don't pick up heavy weights and you work out, you will not develop good biceps. You'll just go and come back. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's how life is.
True.
So despair, my favorite guest, because it always brings a gift. There's the gift of adversity. Every time you lose something, you gain something. That's how life is. Every time you go through suffering, you go through a training. And that is the
True.
difference between the strong and the weak. The strong and the weak are not physically strong, they're mentally strong.
Yeah.
The strong people see the adversity and think, okay, what do I need to change? What do I need to fix? What do I need to learn? Yeah. And how quickly can I do
Yeah.
that? And then what not to repeat in life? And probably that's what I've tried to convey in my quotes, simple words, two liners, three liners, like I wrote a quote sometime back, which a lot of people got to me. I wrote, everybody's beautiful underneath the mask. And a lot of people called me and messaged me, and a lot of people who read my quotes, they inboxed me and said, what does it mean? And I said, so we all wear these masks, these shields. We are so scared of the world that we wear these masks to scare the world. Yeah. हमें खुद इतना डर लगता है
Yeah.
लोगों से तो उनको डराने के लिए हम मास्क पहन लेते हैं. We try to be defensive, we try to hit back and stuff like that. But if you go behind those masks, everybody's wonderful, everybody's beautiful, everybody's trying to survive, everybody's trying to live a better life. Everybody has a right to live a better life. And who are we to judge people?
Yes.
Yeah, so that is what
Yeah.
been trying to convey through my quotes. My quotes are just not an expression of my own inner life. They are my way of telling people that, look, guys, I was just like you. I went through my own pain, my own suffering. Just like you, I have a bond of suffering with you. You suffered and I suffered, and we all share the same bond. And I learned from my suffering. I tried to rise above my suffering, and I did to a certain extent. And it's a lifelong thing.
Yeah.
We are all work in progress. And
Hmm.
that's how I started writing stuff. So initially I used to write poetry. Yeah, I used to write poetry to impress my friends and stuff. When you're young, when you're little, you're silly. And then one day I started writing good stuff, and then I said, "Oh my God, what am I writing? This is so good." And then I thought, why not express myself like this? And that became my style. So thank you so much for liking them and copying them and sending it to your friends. Yeah, I hope you don't put your
Without,
name
without.
underneath. Yeah, a lot of my friends do that.
I,
So they send a lot of my quotes to other people. They're like, "हमने लिखा" and all that, but that's okay.
I'm just enjoying a credit. I'm
Yeah,
just enjoying a little bit of appreciation. So,
we
like you
all,
talk up.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, please, please, please.
No, I said we all love a little appreciation. We all like being, yeah, we all want a little attention. That's how humans are. There's nothing wrong in that.
Uh,
Be
Perks of
be be
having,
yourself and just be human. That's important. So sometimes we feel so uh, we feel that ये नहीं करना है या वो नहीं करना है. There's some things that are part of being a human, you know. So just stick to that and do it, and you can learn your lessons, you know. That's okay. Yeah. Sorry, you
It's
were saying
just a
something.
no, I was just saying that it's a perk of having a great friend who's a poet and writer, so that you can copy as much as you can. So,
Thank you
like,
so
you
much.
were talking about mental health, you were talking about that there were a lot of challenges which you were facing. So, like, when I had a first conversation with you, I remember, and
Mhm.
it was just so normal. I couldn't in my dreams can ever believe that you were going through such a rough patch of your life. And after a few months, when I read about you somewhere where you were sharing your
Mhm.
journey, and I was dumbfounded. Seriously, I just couldn't believe that it's you who were going through so much of turmoils in terms of family, in terms of financials, in terms of like every aspect of your life.
Mhm.
And I couldn't believe that. I still had a picture. And, when I opened that thing and I was like, oh, I was talking to him last night. And he was smiling and he was encouraging me. And I'm sure that time you were going through a lot of mental health, a lot of thoughts were there in your life.
Mhm. Mhm.
What made you strong? What was that one driving force? We all need one thing which pushes
Mhm.
you harder and harder and harder. What was that in
Mhm.
your life?
So there are two, three things that I've learned in life, and I was able to apply that. One, so there's a saying in the show business, they say the show must go on. So no matter what is
Hmm.
happening in your life, get set, get ready, and go out and just put a smile on your face. So many times we want people to know our problems and we share it with them, but we don't get the right response. I have learned that
Right.
no matter what is going on in your life, it cannot stop you from being from smiling. So I've always smiled. I've always been happy. Secondly, the same thing, I've always felt the adversity that has come into my life has come to teach me something. So what should I learn? And the third thing that I've always done, and trust me, you can do, is that every time you're going through a bad patch, try to encourage someone. Try to encourage people right next to you. Try to encourage your friends. When you give hope, you get hope back. This is like a world of cause and effect. The science says to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. The spirituality says that there is a cause and there is an effect, equal effect.
Right.
So everybody, this is one place where science and spirituality always converge. They always meet and they agree. I always believed that when I was going through the toughest phases of my life, that the thing that you read about my life, uh, that time all I did was I used to fall down every time I would get up, dust myself, put a smile on my face, and go out and encourage someone. And every time I would encourage someone, I would come back with a spring in my stride. I would feel so nice and I would feel so, um, you know. Also, I always followed my mentor. I'm a disciple of Dr. Daisaku Ikeda. And from my mentor, I've always learned that. So there's a Japanese saying he always quotes. He says that if you fall 9 times, get up the 10th time.
Yeah.
So I learned that I will always face problems. That is a part of life. You, me, everybody will always
Yeah.
face a issue. Some misery or the other. We will lose people. When you're growing old, somebody will die. Somebody will leave you.
Yeah.
Somebody will dump you. Somebody will cheat you, and that's how life is. And life is just testing your mantle. Yeah. So when I was going through that time, I was all I was doing, that one mantra I was following was to encourage people, to reach out to lives, to reach out to anybody who's suffering and just give them a word of encouragement. You don't have to do something special. I'm telling you honestly.
Yeah.
The entire world is very, very good at discouraging people. Very good at discouraging people.
Yeah.
Your friend is starting a business, you say, "Mat karna, tere se nahi hoga." Your friend wants to
Right.
run a marathon, tere bas ki nahi hai. That's the kind of things we tell. And that's the same negative talk we tell ourselves. ये कर सकता मैं नहीं कर सकता यार मैं तो इतना पढ़ा लिखा नहीं हूँ यार मैं तो इतना वो नहीं हूँ. That's all
Mhm.
rubbish that we tell ourselves and others. You have to stop doing that. You have to just go and give hope. It's very simple. If your friend is suffering, just go and listen to him. That's it. Listen to him and tell him that, listen, that's okay. I'm with you. Let's keep fighting. These little things make a humongous difference in people's lives. So that's what I did. That is, trust me, I'm not making it up. That is all I did, was encourage other people, and I felt encouraged myself. So even when I was going through the worst situations in my life, all I did was
Yeah.
holding on to hope and giving hope. You give hope, you get hope back. That's how life is. Yeah. So that's
But
plain. That's simple.
that's simple. But when you're going to such difficult times, when So, people always say this, that, you yourself is going through so much of things and you have came here to encourage me. So this is quite unusual, and when you yourself is going through such a rough patch, like I think लोगों से communicate करने में वो जो एक conviction चाहिए होती है, that is
Mhm.
very difficult to get in.
Yeah, yeah. So so you can just go there with a broken heart. You can go there sad. But I'm telling you, the moment you start having a conversation with another person, and that to an encouraging conversation, no matter how heavy-hearted you are, things start falling in line. That is one. Two, sometimes people they ask you and people say like, यार तुम तो खुद ही इतनी सिचुएशन में से निकल के जा रहे हो यार, how are you
Yeah.
encouraging me? So that is the time you tell them that I have come to encourage you so that I get encouraged myself. Just be honest to people. Just say what you feel. You don't have to make up things in front of people. Never in your life be have a put on attitude. Be very honest with your feelings with people. So I would tell people कि देखो मैं भी इस situation से निकल रहा हूँ आप भी निकल रहे हो तो इकट्ठे बैठते हैं probably let's read something nice. Let's both encourage each other. And trust me, ultimately we would end up laughing at things and we would end up discussing stuff and that's how I learned, that's how I learned. That's what I learned from my mentor also, that even if you're very low, smile takes just a second. It takes a second to smile. I'm always smiling, always laughing. When I meet people, I'm always cheerful, joyful. I'm so happy to meet people. People are like a gift. अभी क्वारंटाइन में जो बंद है ना उनसे पूछो कितना मिस कर अपने फ्रेंड्स को. Even those friends that they don't like, they're ready to meet them. So ultimately, people are a gift. Everybody's a gift. Everybody's presence is a gift in your life. Even people who don't like you, uh, why don't you become so amazing that they start liking you? Why don't you change the attitude within you? It's usually your ego. I think the biggest
Yeah.
enemy that you have is your ego. Ego differentiates between you and me and him and her. So the moment you cut short your ego, I'm telling you, start thinking that I'm going to suppress my ego and I'm going to go out to people. I'm not telling you to go and bow down completely. Just be nice to people and just keep your ego on the side. You'll see people will react back in the same way. That's how it is. It is a life to life thing.
You know what? I think you are the most courageous person right now I have
No, no.
met till now. Because, cutting short your ego and just truly expressing yourself, like you said, honestly express yourself that, मैं तो यहाँ से जा रहा हूँ तो साथ में चलते हैं. This requires sort of courage. This
Mhm,
requires a very strong communication.
mhm,
So the people who are having a lot of problems communicating and accepting the fact that
mhm,
they are going through this.
mhm,
So it is very important to first of all accept and
mhm.
then to be
Absolutely.
courageous.
Mhm,
But people who don't want to accept things, they are just like, like you said, they wear the mask and they
mhm,
are like, okay, sab theek hai, sab chal raha hai. I'm going to satisfy my ego first. So
mhm.
did you face such situations in your life?
Uh, I met a lot of people in my life who were definitely suffering a lot. And of course, they had a lot of ego. Sometimes it takes a lot of courage. You're right, absolutely right, to go in front of somebody and say, कि यार I'm going through some tough time. I need help. Is the most difficult thing to say. Because कहीं ना कहीं हमारी ego बोलती है कि यार नहीं यार तू छोटा पड़ जाएगा किसी के आगे and all that.
Right.
So sometimes that's why I tell a lot of young people to train themselves so well to see through these things. So of course, this guy who has an ego will not share his problem. But if you become friends with that person, so my father always taught me few things, and one of those few things were when people meet you, they should have see two things in you. One, they should be able to trust you, and two, they should be able to respect you. That's what my father taught me. So every time I meet people, I teach them the same thing. I said, when you meet somebody, they should be able to trust you and respect you, and they'll open up. And so when people open up, what they do is they lower the guard of ego. So if you're friends with, have you noticed जब हम
Yeah.
बहुत सारे friends साथ बैठे होते हैं, even the most egoistic ones, when we are having a lot of fun, when we are chilling, when we are in the same resonance, they start saying things like they lower their guard and say कि अच्छा यार मेरे तो ये problem थी वो problem थी. It's because when you are friends with people, when you have a bond with them, when they can trust you, when they know that you're their well-wisher, you're their well-wisher. I always, when I meet people, I always tell them clearly that I'm their well-wisher. If they want to share anything, they can share. And people just open up. I have seen the toughest nuts cracking and telling me things, the deepest secrets. I know so many deepest secrets of people, and they're locked inside me because they trust me. And um,
Yeah.
and I think what you give always comes back to you. I've been able to gain their trust, and I've been able to gain a lot of respect from them, and vice versa. And I've been able to get a lot of love from them. I think what better than getting so much love from people, yaar? That's something that jitna bhi mil jaye utna kam hai, that's the kind of thing. So for younger
That's
people,
true.
please create trust and respect with people. And people should trust you. People should respect you. They will lower their guard. They will throw away their ego in front of you. The most egoistic person will like you and tell you his deepest secrets if you're able to break that barrier. Yeah. And for that, you have to work on yourself. You have to become that kind of a person. You have to become all embracing.
That's completely true. That we really need to work ourselves. We want people to change, but we are not
Yeah.
ready to change our own self. I
Yeah.
think this is the biggest problem of youth, and I won't say youth, but with everyone. I think old age also. It doesn't include any kind of age group. It's a
Mhm.
mindset of a person. Like you said,
Mhm.
it cut off the ego, create a bond, and be a person who's trustworthy and respectful to others. But don't you think
Mhm.
that sometimes there's one thought comes in your mind that people will start take you for granted. Like, like
Mhm.
every time when you are doing things and you're trying to make a bond with the person, whether it's a family, friends, or anybody,
Mhm.
in the professional level, there one thought comes that, why I am doing everything. A person
Mhm.
can also do this. So why should
So
I
that
do this?
so that is ego talking. And that is why most of the couples, their relationships don't work. So I have a lot of friends, couples who sometimes come and bug me, yaar, jhagda ho gaya yaar, beech mein, I have to mediate. And the most common thing that they say is, one side says, मैं क्यों change हूँ, दूसरी side says, मैं क्यों change हूँ. And this मैं क्यों change हूँ happens with the both sides. And that is what ego is. मैं क्यों change हूँ means से better है, you adopt the dialogue that मैं change होऊंगा ना, I will improve. Yeah. And I will improve say better है that I will bring out that best self of mine from inside. So remember that you are like a shining diamond, and what is not letting you shine is the ego. And when there is an issue like that happens, you say, "Why should I get rid of my ego?" You should. You should shine. That is what life is all about. Yeah. So that is what we need
That's
to
true.
check. Your ego is very smart. Your ego is the brain is the part that you developed through evolution. Ego was needed when we were prehistoric. हमें बचाने के लिए for survival, ego was needed. Now it is not needed. So ego is still a part of our life. Ego creates the distinction. Ego tells you, पहले अपने आप को बचा ले, बाकी देखी जाएगी. That kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So मैं ये क्यों करूँ?
Yeah.
Why should I change? So imagine how difficult it is to change ourselves, and on top of that, we want to change the world. How stupid is that? The only thing that we have
That's
control on is ourselves, and that's what we can change. And when we change that, magically the world also changes. Yeah. You know very well that we talk about the world as a
yeah.
reflection of your inner self. So that's what people need to learn. So this whole nonsense about make you change or wo change ho is like the biggest ego gamble, is the biggest ego game happening right now. Everywhere, not here. Even in offices,
Yeah.
the bosses say, why should I
Hmm.
change? The staff has to be more obedient. The boss staff says the boss has to change. We are doing our best. And then the team doesn't work. I've seen most of the corporates fail because the team leader has own ego. He's an egocentric person. And I've seen most of the corporates where teams win is because it's like everybody's part of the same team. Everybody, and sometimes the team leader does the maximum amount of work, but behaves that everybody else is doing it. Yeah, that's the quality of benevolence that
That's
people
true.
develop. Yeah. So ego is
Yeah.
like Ryan Holiday said, ego is the enemy, is the biggest enemy. You need to check it. Yeah. So next
That's
time you
that's
feel that मैं क्यों
actually so
change हूँ,
true.
मैं ही change हूँगा. Yeah.
Yeah, because we cannot change somebody else. That I think that's a short to say.
Yeah.
We cannot change somebody else. So, thank you so much, Ritesh, for sharing such a beautiful thoughts of yours. And if anybody has a question, they can put in the comment section because now I'm gonna ask the two most interesting questions to to you.
I hope
And they are the
easy
most
ones.
exciting. They are very easy ones.
Okay.
So this is I was really waiting to ask you these two questions because I'm gonna
Sure.
get a lot of hilarious answers to this.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
the
I'll
first
try my
question which
best.
I'm gonna ask,
Mhm.
all the best. Okay, so the first question which I wanna ask you is a moment when you laughed like anything, the purest laugh, and you were just endlessly laughing and laughing and laughing.
So many times I do that. So I don't control my laughter. There's so many times I just laugh. I laugh at my own silly things that I do sometimes. Um, like I'm typing something and something else goes away, or autocorrect say, and I'm just laughing. I don't. need a reason to laugh like that. I just want to laugh all the time, smile all the time. Life is so short. You never
Yeah.
know when is your last moment in life. Yeah. And life
Yes.
just passes by in a blink. When I was a kid, I used to think I want to be young. When I was young, I'm young. I know that my youth is
Yeah.
passing like this. Probably another time I'll blink and I'll be old, and I'll another blink I'll be dying. Life is so short, so don't find a reason to laugh. Just laugh. Just enjoy. In fact, what I do is in the evenings when I'm going off to sleep, maybe an hour or two before sleeping, I put on the YouTube and me and my family, we watch all comedy videos and stuff and we laugh a lot. We laugh out because that's so good for your subconscious mind. You get a great sleep. So don't find a reason to laugh and smile. Just go out and smile and just do silly stuff. We are not perfect. We are not robots. We are humans. We are born
Yeah.
to do silly stuff. Let's do it. Let's just be ourselves. Let's not, it's so heavy trying to be someone else. Just be yourself. It's so light and easy and so much fun. So I laugh all the time. Trust me, all the time. And I laugh hysterically. I mean, sometimes I just roll on the floor and laugh. So the rofl thing totally works on me. I just, seriously, I do that. Yeah. And I
Makes
have a
sense.
very sick sense of humor, so my friends also, they're rolling with me. So it's fun. Life is all about just being happy, no matter what. Yeah.
That's true. हंसो मुस्कुराओ. Yeah, somebody just
Yeah,
said this that क्या बता कल हो ना हो. Okay, that's
absolutely,
interesting.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely
So
correct.
so yeah. So my next question is
Yeah.
that the most memorable moment of your life. I'm sure there are so many, but one moment which is like that's on the top.
Uh, so many of them, so many memorable moments. When I held my son in my hand for the first time, that was a memorable moment. Uh, at times I spent with my late father, a very memorable moment. I would just sit with him and he would say things to me. I would absorb, a lot of stuff. My favorite times were with my
Wow.
grandfather and his pre-partition stories about Hindustan aisa hota tha aur ye hota tha and all those things. Those lovely stories your grandparents tell you. Then sometimes sitting with my friends and they sharing their heart with me uh, are amazing moments. Again coming back, my thought of my thought process is very different. I always felt there's so many moments in your life that are breathtaking. Having
Yeah.
getting up in the morning and having a cup of tea and amazing. Yeah. It's such a bliss. I'm alive and I can have a cup of tea and I can listen to my favorite music. So there's so many breathtaking moments, but I think every moment can. I learned in life that when you can make the mundane magical,
Yeah.
then you've lived.
Yes.
Yeah, ordinary things. I
Exactly.
am chilling with my friend on my roof. We're just having a drink together, and we are talking all nonsense, joking and making fun of each other. That's what life is. Yeah, don't look for great moments in life. Find those
Yeah.
ordinary moments and just live them wonderfully. That's how life should be. That's how one needs to live.
That's
Jeena isi ka naam
that. So summed up into that Gina इसी का नाम है and live every moment of your life.
hai.
So the
Absolutely,
reason I
absolutely.
asked these two questions is that we always tend to forget the blessings and we are just
Yeah.
complaining and complaining and complaining. कुछ नहीं होता है दिन में छोटी सी भी चीज नहीं होती है तो बोलते हैं कि कुछ नहीं है लाइफ में. But then,
Hmm.
just ask yourself every day. I would say कि the moment you laughed a lot, probably those memories will make you laugh again and
Yeah.
count your blessings. And we have
Absolutely.
one question over here that how to deal with uncertainty and especially in this scenario.
Uh, in this scenario, so there are two parts to the answer. So fun in this scenario, just be safe. Just be very, just use a lot of common sense and have a lot of patience. So probably this scenario will teach us a lot of patience. Maybe in some time the virus either will die down or we will have a cure or we'll have a vaccine or whatever it is. The entire world is working on, the best brains are working on it. I can understand we are at home and news itni anxious kar deti hai that you're always, yeah.
Yeah.
But the second thing that the most important part of the answer is please embrace uncertainty. Life is not certain, I'm telling you very honestly. If you will have 100 plans, 99 will fail. One will work. That too is a chance. Life is uncertain. I remember when I used to read Harvansh Rai Bachchan, he used to say, Man ka ho to acha, na ho to aur bhi acha.
Yeah.
So sometimes life has its own plans. Uncertainty is not
Yeah.
uncertainty, it is life having better plans for you taking you to a destination through an unknown road. That's it. So please embrace uncertainty. I know we are very fearful of uncertainty. Fear is something that kills us. Get rid of fear. मरना तो एक दिन है ही हमने. Yeah. When I was a kid, I remember I used to watch this movie with my dad, Mukaddar Ka Sikandar. Amitabh Bachchan's movie, very old movie,
Yes.
yeah. And in that movie,
Yeah. Yeah.
Kader Khan plays a fakir and tells him that
Yes.
दुख में हंसता है तो सुख में हंसता है तो दुख में कहे कहे लगा दुनिया तेरे कदमों में होगी और तू मुकद्दर का बादशाह होगा. And it just stayed in my mind always that every time I was very sad, I would smile and I would laugh and I would just find a joke and I would find a funny video to watch, and I realized that that is how one needs to live, you know. Please embrace uncertainty. Uncertainty sometimes brings the most beautiful things in our lives. Sometimes we are expecting something and something even better comes into our life because that is uncertainty. So embrace uncertainty. One, in this time of COVID uncertainty, I would want you to just have use a lot of common sense, be very, very safe, practice cleanliness, hygiene, and that's it. That's it. You have to be safe. You have to save yourself. So much you can do for the world, you know. And I hope a cure comes very soon, and so everybody's able to go out and live a normal life again. Of course, the world will change a lot after this, but I'm sure that would be a good change.
Yeah. So, just like we say, that changes are the only permanent thing we have.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Ritesh, for sharing all this positivity. You can't imagine that I have filled up all the 2 pages. I don't know how. I think I can
Really?
fill up more 5, 6 pages. See. I have written all the notes. If you can just see over here.
Thank you so
I was
much.
just writing
It
and
takes a
writing,
lot of
writing.
dedication to sit down and write things like that. So, I mean, I'm really impressed. Even I can't take notes while listening to everything. You know, I mean, that takes a lot of dedication. And thank you so much, Neha, for doing all this and inspiring so many people. I've been watching all your sessions, and you've been able to touch so many different subjects. I'm sure a lot of people are benefiting. Out of like a billion people who are seeing you, even if 10 are able to change their lives, I mean,
Yeah.
your work is done. So thank you so much, Neha, for being so inspiring and reaching out to so many lives. And thank you so much for inviting me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Ritesh, for being with us. And soon we're gonna have one more session with you because it is so inspiring. Even I want to fill all my notebooks from your lectures, from your
No,
sessions.
you're very kind. Thank you so much for calling me. In fact, it was my pleasure to come here. It was such an amazing experience. I'm really looking forward to another one. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Right. Thank you. Thank
Ritesh.
you. Take care. See you. Bye-bye.